Hi, Jay here. This is my shooting and review of the KSG. First, let me apologize. I uploaded 3 videos today, and I did intros, shooting, and reviews, and combined them and uploaded them to YouTube. Well, apparently I had deleted somehow the opening segment for the KSG, so I'm redoing that now. This is the KSG 12 gauge pump shotgun, like how I was like, this is the KSG pump 12 gauge shotgun. Unlike standard shotguns with a single underbarrel tube holding your magazine, which holds your rounds, you'll notice the KSG has twin tubes. What that means is, and it's a bullpup design, so that means that in 2 3/4 length standard double-aught bucks, you can hold 7 shotgun rounds per side for a total of 14, or you can put one up the pipe and put the safety on for a total of 15. Not only that, but in the rest of the videos, you'll see me shooting them. You can load this with the mini shot shells. They're slug loads that Aguilla makes, and that will hold up to 12 per tube, which gives you 24 plus 1, 25 rounds of slug load. They're only about that tall. You'll see in the video as I shoot them. I want to talk a little bit about the price. The KSGs were supposed, when they were announced, the street price was supposed to be in the $700 to $800 range. Dealer price was $950. As you can guess from the super like Predator, futuristic, aliens kind of twin heavy magazine, you can't find them. They are selling like crazy. Dealer price on these is under $1,000. That's what they're supposed to be selling for. Okay. Most are selling them online, where this is the black or blue version, the standard version. Even online, these are selling for 10 to 20% over that. And then when you get into the titanium and the bronze and the tan dark earth, they're selling upwards of $1,600. If you don't shop carefully. I paid dealer retail for this. Even then, at first I was like, that's a little high. Whiny BU me. But, and I already have a Sega semi-auto, which I freaking love. If you should see my other videos of that, I freaking love that Sega. But, I sort of lusted after this in a manly kind of way. I happened to catch one, like I said, at dealer cost. I mean, I couldn't walk away from that. Even if I kept it for a little while, I could turn around and sell it and at least get my money back out of it. And I don't know if I talked about the video, but I put the EOTech on it. I put this Magpul XTM on it. Both of them are going to have to be changed, or this one does and this one doesn't. But I think I explained it in the review. But you have very short sight radius, and it doesn't come with anything on the Picatinny rails. So that's one thing I didn't like. I know I'm getting back into the review, and it's supposed to be an opening. Anyway, so that's what I paid. And they're hard to find. And watch the rest of the video, and I'm sure the review will cover the rest of the questions. Sorry, I also had used my SD camera. I don't know where my HD went. One of the kids has it. And also had a blood vein pop inside my eye last week, and I had to have emergency eye surgery. So I can't see anything with my dominant eye. And I'm on the roads. But, so my eyes are all messed up. But I explain it in the other videos too. This is Jay. Watch the rest. Have a good night.
I'm going hot.
I need battery power. Safety.
Let's try that again. Going hot. Oh, it's got to switch sides.
Uh-huh.
Now let's try it.
Now you know what you're doing.
How's that?
Cool. Alright, put it in here. Let's.
KSG with some mini slugs.
It's so cute. Makes me feel so sweet.
Huh?
Switch sides.
If I saw someone with a KSG, I'd be scared out of my mind. That thing looks intimidating. Look at it. Futuristic freaking.
All right, now I'll be rocking the KSG. One side, or one tube, will be loaded with the standard 2 3/4 double-aught buck. The other side will be loaded with the mini-shell slug loads. All right, so let's put some rounds down range and see how it is. That was the mini slugs. Now we'll switch over to the regular shotgun shells. Up. There you go. 12 gauge. KSG. Woo! Hi, Jay here back at the range after shooting the KSG pump shotgun. As you saw at the first part of the video, I remarked that it's a 14+1, 24+1, depending on what size shell you're shooting. I will say this. I've seen a lot of talk on the videos about, and on the boards, that this thing will not cycle. That they have problem cycling. If you, right now in the condition this is, which is new, if you short stroke this by even 3/8 of an inch, it will not cycle. This needs a manly full stroke. I can make good jokes about that, but I'm not. You need a very racket forward, racket back motion to cycle the shells. Now, it's new. I mean, it's brand new. The first time I shot it was today. Mike at the Armory channel, I think he said his is broken in and done a little bit better. So we'll see. I mean, you know, 300 or 400 rounds a day in the shotgun's going to hurt you a little bit. Though I shot this today with just the standard butt pad and everything, and I don't have a problem. I probably shot, not on camera, but I probably shot 60 rounds, 70 rounds. Now, half of that was the Aguilla Mini-Shells, but you know, I'm not sore or anything. I just got to get used to it again after shooting the Sega. Initially, after, you know, just the short stroking thing, one thing else I found, I got the Magpul XTM hand grip that I arranged like this. It looks cool. It looks good. I'm going to have to do the grip. I was beating myself to death either from grabbing and pulling or from the recoil itself. It really whopped on my finger real good. I know I whine. I'm not whining. It's just, I thought this would be a lot better, and I wound up gripping it like this instead of here, just to make it stable. So I'm going to try I've got the Magpul hand grip that I'm going to try next. Also, I think the EOTech may be overkill. It's a shotgun. You could get by with just some manual iron sights. I mean, it's a very short sight radius, and it's a shotgun. The EOTech worked well, though, because you had such a large sighting radius in the EOTech with the holographics. I'm pretty sure this is one of the bigger ones. So, I paid retail. I think it's worth retail. At first, I didn't think it was worth retail, because I said that's overpriced, and this is dealer retail, not what they should sell for on the street. And people are paying up to 30% over dealer retail, at the end of 2013 because they're in short supply. And the colored version, see, mine's the standard black or blue or whatever. But the titanium, the bronze, the silver or whatever, the desert tan or FDE, whatever you want to call it, you know, they're actually asking more for those. So at those price points, you really gotta like a KSG to pay $1,600 because it's tan. But at almost half of that, a little bit more than half of that, for a blue version, I'm good with that. I'm good with that kind of money. I like it. I haven't broke it down yet, so I might do a follow-up video when I break it down to clean it. Another initial thing, you're really going to have to get used to that switching tubes. And somebody said that they didn't like that when you hit that last round, if you weren't counting, it's a click. And you know, I found that to be true. I got into the groove of shooting, and I didn't count the rounds, so that I was always up, time to shift tubes. But in the last section of the video, though, I did a cool thing. I loaded one side up with the 2 3/4 buckshot, and the other side with the Aguilla Mini-Shells. And that was cool, and I can see how you could use a mixed ammunition base and really do some cool things. I think that's something that hadn't been talked about, maybe in a LEO way or military. They've talked about it, but some of those consumers need to think, if you're going to use this for house defense, you can mix and match your ammo. Pardon me, while being pursued through your house, you could use the softer rounds that don't overpenetrate, or if you engaged out in the yard, say, where you need a little bit longer distance, you could switch the tube over and be shooting slugs. Something to think about. The other thing that I really found annoying for now, because I don't have the muscle memory, or reloading this is not as easy as everybody makes it out to be. I was literally sitting at the range in the sunlight going, trying, and you've got to get, when you put the shotgun shells, they've got to line up perfectly. There's no pushing it like that. You've got to whack it, make sure it's lined up behind the other shell, and then push straight in to get it to engage. Also, twice, this switch was not, see, like right now, it was off a little bit. This switch was not fully to one side or the other, which doesn't let you load either side. It locks it. So you really got to make sure that you hear that click, you got to make sure that you hear that click as it switches over. I thought the safety was funky, and a lot of people have commented on the safety, but in reality, it's not that big a deal. You're done and gone. It shoots well. I said that already. The kick is manageable. I said that already. With it being a bullpup design, I was worried about extraneous noise, breaking my concentration. I was worried about all this back here being right. To be honest, never noticed it after the first round. And like I said, if you do fully stroke this thing, it does eject down. And I don't know where a couple of people have been saying, "Oh, it beat my arm up." I even off camera, I tried to get what they were saying, and I'm having to turn my arms and rig it like this. I don't get it. I don't understand the people that say it's smacking them in the arm. I tried, and I wasn't the only one that shot this. I had a 20-year-old friend's son, and he didn't come close either. I even asked him, and he had to contort sideways. And he had the same comments I did. Didn't like this, going to have to go to the stick. Couldn't remember to switch it over if you weren't counting. The slugs were cool. He really liked shooting the slugs. And we didn't have this sighted in. So, but all in all, well worth it. I enjoyed it. It's going to become after my Sega, because, she's jealous. She's over in the safe. She can't hear me. But, after my Sega, this is another really cool little pump shotgun. So, it's cool. It's worth it for what I paid, not the inflated price. And there's some add-ons. They have the hump that adds the shells on either side. The Mesa Tactical, that didn't do anything for me. I mean, oh my God, if I grab this out of the gun rack and I've got 14, 7 on each side, and I can't do what I got to do in 14 rounds of 12 gauge double-aught, or 24 rounds of slug load, the mini-shells, I need to be going and getting, like the B&G or something. But, there's a Kydex piece that covers this, and there are a lot of people are putting the limb saver on the back. I don't know. I think I'm gonna rock it like it is, except I'm gonna change that front grip. But I think I'm gonna rock it like it is. It worked good. Liked it. All right. Thumbs up. Subscribe. You know, I always say this. I don't care if you do. I don't do this for my audience. People say, "Oh, my audience." I don't care if you don't like it. Switch channels. I do this with my friends and the people that have subscribed that send me emails and say, "Hey, show me this, show me that." And let me apologize for two things right now. SD. I don't know what the hell I did with my HD camera. I laid it somewhere and one of the kids grabbed it or something. So it's on SD. And also last week I had a vein pop in my eye and I had to have some emergency laser surgery to cauterize it. And it was my good eye. So everything I shot today, I'm like, you know, I wasn't shooting for accuracy. I was shooting for cycle function test. So for my longtime viewers, you're probably going, what are you aiming at? I wasn't really. I can't, right eye dominant, that's the eye I had a problem with, and I couldn't see beyond maybe 20 yards, which was okay with the shotgun, but the rifle I was like winging a prayer. But you'll see it in the videos. Thanks. I know that last ending was long-winded, so pooey, but thumbs up, subscribe, whatever. Don't really care. This is Jay. Happy shooting. Talk to you later.